Adam, how are you? How's it going over there?
It's good. It's really cold actually. It's like we have a
Oh, a
cold
cold
front that's
front.
come through.
A cold front's
So
moving
it's
in.
like 68 in our apartment right now. I
Mm.
have the windows open just to be like,
Oh,
ah.
I was gonna say, you know what? I bet you were so relieved though, because I all the
Mm-hmm.
times that you were like, it has been so hot, and I didn't mention this to you yet because we had the conversation about your AC obviously on here, but then I watched a group chat where you said they did find something that was like disconnected. There was something
So
that wasn't
yeah,
properly lined
so
up
there
or
was
something.
like there's for the unit itself, like the furnace itself, there's like
Yeah.
the induction
Mm-hmm.
duct of like the
Yeah.
air it pulls in.
Yeah.
That had like a little bit that was like
Mm,
not properly connected, so it was like making a
mm-hmm.
really loud whining noise. That's not the reason that
So
our apartment's hot.
okay.
They were like,
Yeah.
it
So
just
it
needs to
didn't.
be fixed, but
Yeah. Okay.
they
So
did
it
clean
didn't
off the like
improve.
outside like the like fan thing that's like on the outside, that like
Oh, okay.
box on the side of the house or whatever, and
Yeah.
that made it like a little bit better. But I
Mm,
asked the guy when he was here, and he was like, "Yeah, you live. It's because it's an attic, and there's like no
yeah.
insulation
Yeah.
between you and the roof." And I was like, "Yeah, I figured. I just wanted
Yeah.
somebody who actually knew to verify." He was like, "Yeah,
Ugh.
sorry."
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
How are
cooler
you?
days.
How's the UK?
It is cooler here as well. Last night, we had the AC on, and I had to like get up out of bed and put on like my warm pajamas because I was in
I put on my warm
my
pajamas
summer.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
It was one of those nights, and the dogs have been better. They'll sleep on the bed with us now, but like they'll stay in the middle because what was happening before is they would like kind of cling to one of us the entire night, and we just couldn't like really like move around, or they would smush us, even though they're little.
Mm,
But when they curl
yeah.
up next to you, if you're like facing the other way, then you just don't have enough room.
How
So
big is your bed?
it's a super king here, which would be a king in America.
Oh, okay, okay. It is king.
But Michael is
So I
a
remember.
very broad man, like
Mm,
across. So we'll both
mm-hmm,
be laying in the bed and I'll be like, "Do you have any room over? Can you like if he's not like really like in his section of the bed, he will like
mm-hmm,
bleed into mine very easily."
mm.
And I'm like, "This is a super king. So how are you like you have
You
room
know
over
what?
there. You have
Sometimes,
to."
sometimes I think about how they would portray married couples in the 50s sleeping in two separate
Oh,
beds, and I'm like,
and you get
you know
it.
what? There's something to it.
I understand. Yeah, yeah. There's something to it. Yeah, I know. There was like one time we stayed at a hotel for New Year's a couple of years ago now. And we slept in two separate beds. And I remember being like, I don't mind this. This is fine.
Yeah. Wasn't it? Isn't it Helena and Tim
Oh, do they
Burton
sleep in two
had
separate
like
beds?
separate houses. They have like
Oh,
houses
okay.
connected to each other, or something like that. I
Yeah.
Are they still married? They're not married anymore, right?
I don't
Did they?
know.
They divorced in 2014.
Okay. But yes, this week we read chapter 25, Shell Cottage. Adam, what happens in this chapter?
Oh, we do this part. Okay. Shell in chapter 25, Shell Cottage. Uh
Hmm.
they scheme the Golden Trio schemes with Grip Hook on a
Hmm.
way to get 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 back
Get got.
get
Green got.
get what needs to be gotten, which they're not even
Mm.
sure is in there. This is the craziest part. They're just going on a hunch. And also, news arrives of a baby boy. A baby
A
boy has
baby
been
is
born this
born.
day
Yeah. On Christmas
in the little
Day,
town
on
of
Christmas Day.
the little town of Bethlehem. Okay, so his decision at the end of 24, at the end of chapter 24, was that he was
Hmm.
seeing Voldemort go to get the Elder Wand from Dumbledore's tomb,
Yes.
but he did not. He just chose to not
He let
go.
him do it. Yeah.
He let him do it.
Okay.
Do you really think? Because it feels like he only gets because I know what it is. So he has the conversation first with Grip Hook. There's that point in that chapter where he's like, he had to have two conversations. He made a decision to have the conversation with Grip Hook first and then have the conversation with Ollivander. So is the assumption like if he had chosen Ollivander first, he could have like beat him? Because he only finds out everything from Ollivander right before he gets the vision that like he's gotten there.
I think he still, personally, I'm like, I don't think he still would have had enough time if he would have done that conversation
and also, like,
first.
They had to like figure out how to get into the ministry. How was he going to get into I mean,
it's him making the choice though, like to choose the Horcruxes over the Hallows, you know? It's like, I'm going to prioritize these because that's what Dumbledore wanted me to do, and I'm going to choose to trust him.
Yeah. He also but this is this thing that scares him about this decision. It's like the first time he chose inaction as opposed to action.
Yeah,
so it's a new feeling for Harry. Doing nothing. Now that's not totally true because there's plenty of things he hasn't done, like be there for his friends.
Yeah.
Support people.
Give Hermione her flowers.
Yeah. So like she frequently does, Jo Rowling sets up that Ron has doubts, but Hermione's in support. So they're the constant devil and the angel on Harry's shoulder. And they have to be both arguments for the reader, honestly, more than anybody else, just so we can have conflict or whatever. Ron is like, we should have gone. Jesus Christ, he has the Elder Wand now. How are we going to beat him? Dumbledore had the Elder Wand, and he's literally dead. I mean, that's what's crazy is like, all you have to be like is like, the Elder, no one has lived forever from the Elder Wand.
Everyone that's had the Elder Wand has basically ended up dying.
Yeah.
So
he's going to die. It's fine. Hermione, though, is in support, but her which I feel, okay, Hermione's in support of this decision, and it is framed in the book that she's like, it would have been a desecration to like open Dumbledore's tomb to take this wand. And it's framed as Harry being like, he didn't really agree that that's the reason he didn't do it, but fine, or whatever. And I was like, no, it would have been a desecration to open this tomb and take this wand. He cracked this grave open.
Yeah. But also, it's Voldemort. So Voldemort would do that. I'm not surprised. Like,
no, I'm not surprised.
Of course that's what he's doing.
Of course that's what he's doing. I just don't understand why the book, like, Hermione is like, it's unethical to like get in, like open someone's sarcophagus.
Yeah,
basically.
I'm like, girl, who are we talking about here? This is not an ethical person.
He's not, and she's saying Harry should be. That's why she's like in decision of it. But it's weird that like Harry then doesn't think about it and be like, yeah, it is shitty that it would have been shitty if I had done that.
If
it would
he had done
like,
it. Yeah, I see.
But
yeah,
like, it would have been shitty if you did it. It's weird.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done it, Harry.
That's not
that's
good.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I see.
She's right.
Yeah,
yet again,
correct. Yet again, we always agree with Hermione.
There are some flashes of anger when he thinks about it that he has toward Dumbledore, that he may have misread the signs. Maybe he didn't give him enough. He wishes he had given him more. Ron is a ding dong. He believes that Dumbledore may still be alive.
I think Ron has completely turned over a new leaf, and he's just trying to come back in and be like, hey, anything's possible, guys. Let's keep our chins
full
up, okay?
like MAGA conspiracy theorist. Like it's not looking good. He fully is like, even okay, let's say Dumbledore survived the killing curse. Okay? Which he didn't. He definitely wouldn't have survived the fall from the top of the astronomy tower.
Yeah, definitely not. He didn't have his wand.
Anyway.
Oh, excuse me.
So yeah, so he still thinks he's alive. Obviously, everyone else is like, he's not alive.
He's not
Ron, he's
alive.
not alive. That's not what's
Yeah.
happening. But he's like, there's the dough, there's the sword. There's something else that he referenced to be like, this is another example. And it was like, why would it be a dough? Why would Dumbledore's
Why
thing
would
be a
his
dough all of a sudden?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He's just completely, he's like,
He's
I'm just
not
going to do the complete opposite of what I did before and just be like, anything's possible.
Yeah, he's not a critical thinker, I would say. He's not one
What
of
is
our
that?
great renowned critical thinkers.
What is that song from? Isn't it from The Prince of Egypt where it's like, there can be miracles when you believe. That's Ron. Ron? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Ron right now.
Mm-hmm. Harry's pretty sure that Dumbledore also has not come back as a ghost. He doesn't believe that he would make
Yeah,
the
no,
choice,
no.
which is like, as we've learned
I
before
agree.
in the book,
Yeah.
from Nearly Headless Nick, that's what happens is that they make a choice. I don't think Dumbledore did that.
No.
But no, don't worry. We'll definitely hear from him later in this book. So maybe it'll be brought up then.
From who? From
Dumbledore.
From Albus.
So Fleur comes in. She's like, "Hey, Griphook wants to talk to you privately, Harry." And she's like a little annoyed about it because like a goblin is ordering her around her own home. Mm-hmm. Great. This whole thing, as soon as we get into the goblin wizard nonsense,
You already know.
I don't even mind it as an idea because I think it's interesting and I think it's like yet again a reminder that like the wizard kind are not
yeah,
great.
they're not faultless. Yeah, yeah.
But I just don't, at this point in the book series, I don't trust Joe to write this well. That's how I feel about it. So
yeah.
So he goes over to see Griphook, and Griphook is like, I have a deal. Okay, I've thought a lot about it, and I will help you get into the Lestrange's vault for something that you don't even know that you need if you pay me. And Harry's like, oh, absolutely, I've got gold. No problem. Happy to give you some gold.
I'm a trust
Happy
fund
to give you the
baby.
gold I could have given to the Weasleys years ago, but that's fine. Happy to give you some gold. He's like, I don't need gold. Do you think a goblin needs gold, Harry? Do you really think that that's the energy of the goblins? He's like, no, I've got gold. Thank you. Gold is not the issue for us. I would like the Sword of Gryffindor back. He doesn't call it the Sword of Gryffindor. I'm saying that in this conversation.
Sword, yeah. He just says the sword, doesn't he?
I think he
Sword
just
will
says
be
sword.
my payment. Yeah.
Immediately Harry's like, sorry, I need the sword. And he's like, then sorry, I'm not helping you. And then they're like, hold on.
Hold on. Well, hold on now.
Harry's like, give me a minute. Let me step out and address my colleagues here.
We have to talk about this privately. So
we're going to have
you
a
give us
private
minute.
conversation, a little tete-a-tete.
Yeah.
They leave and immediately Ron is like, fuck him. Okay, fuck him. How dare he?
Yeah, Ron's gone back. Ron's reverted back to old Ron.
And like, again, we have Ron and Hermione like arguing the two sides. Mm-hmm. Ron is arguing like, fuck goblins, they suck. And Hermione's like, well, wizards haven't done what they needed to do anyway. And it's so strange. The other thing we learned, by the way, in the conversation from Griphook, I did skip this note accidentally, is that the sword is not. It was not a sword that was bestowed upon Gryffindor. He stole the sword from Bullrog, the whatever.
Yeah,
he
it was
stole the sword from a goblin.
Sword first, supposedly. Yeah, and that.
And so that's maybe it's a lie, maybe it's the truth.
Yeah, we don't know. Mm-hmm.
He asks Hermione if there's anything like that she's ever seen that would like confirm that that's the truth, and she was like, "Yeah, I mean, I've never seen anything, but also like wizards don't write
the whole house elf of it all." Yeah,
right. Wizards don't write about like that wizards do things in bad judgment, like
Yeah.
usually in regarding yeah. So they're trying to think of a way to get his help because they do want to get to the Strange's vault, but without having to give him the sword. They need the sword to destroy the Horcruxes.
Yeah, yeah. So they have to have it until they've done that. At least.
There's a part of me that wants to be like, I feel like Grip Hook is so removed from the whole thing that you could just be like, I need it to destroy multiple cursed items. As soon as I get those done, I'm happy to give it to you.
You can have it then.
I don't think you have to be like
to him at all. Do you think that's what's going on?
I mean, I guess it could be that they just are like, wow, no, it truly is my sword and I need my sword because I got the sword. The hat gave me the sword.
It's mine.
But truly, I don't understand. I understand being like, don't say that it's about Horcruxes because we don't need to open this can of worms from people that don't need to know.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could still be like, hey, I need it to destroy just a couple items.
Yeah. There's something we need it for, and then we will give it to you.
If we start saying like, oh, I need it to like destroy objects, then it's like, okay, well then I'm definitely going to take the sword because you're going to use it willy-nilly for anything.
I just don't think they actually want to ever give it to him. Like.
But why?
I don't know. Maybe Harry really is fine with giving it to him. Maybe that's just me making that up. Like,
I mean, it could be that he doesn't want to give it to him at all. And I'm not Harry, so I don't have a personal affinity. I'm not Harry, and Harry, in fact, is not even a real person. But I'm not, I didn't get pull a thing out of a hat in order to magically kill a basilisk. So he has a lot of attachment to this sword.
True.
But it wasn't like you kept it either. Like Dumbledore had it in his office. So.
Yeah.
So they're coming up with different plans of how to figure this out. Ron has this idea to promise to give it to him once they're there, and then somehow do a little switcheroo with the fake one, give him the fake one, and then they're gonna scarper out of there. Scarper is a word I'd never seen before. I looked it up. It just means to flee.
Like, scamper. But scarper.
But scarper.
Ron still is not the smart one, y'all.
No. And immediately Hermione's like, he would know.
He would know better than you.
Right. What?
Insane. He's like, well, we'll run off before he notices. I'm like, he would notice immediately. You would put it in his hand and he would know.
Yeah. Hermione doesn't actually have an idea. She doesn't contribute anything to this conversation other than just
She's
rebuttals.
just like, no one's going to listen. I give up. No one's going to listen to me.
Yeah. She's checked out.
She's like, yeah.
Harry is like, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to promise to give it to him, but we're not going to tell him when that's going to be. So we're just going to keep it until we don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
And Hermione's like, that's not a great plan. And he's like, no, for sure. It's an amazing plan.
It's good enough.
It's not an issue. We need to get into that vault. It's so crazy. They have no idea what's in that vault. I don't even know. I mean, we're doing a lot of heavy lifting just to be like, would they even know what to pull from the vault? They didn't even know what to look for in the vault.
Yeah.
They could go to the vault and it's just gold.
In the film, obviously we have this, there's the sound that Harry hears. The, ringing in the ear sound. I don't think there is anything like that in the books. I can't remember if he can sense it though. Obviously he's gone back in the memory and seen the Hufflepuff cup.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a combination of the two that he knows what it looks like. And then he's like, okay.
True.
I can
We'll have
sense
to see
it.
when we get there. It'll be next week, so don't worry.
Yeah,
not
I
a
know.
long
Literally,
time
yeah.
to
So
wait.
don't. You guys don't have to tell us. We're gonna find out
Don't
next week.
fret. Don't fret.
Don't worry.
Don't scarper away.
Adam's word of the day.
My word of the day. So that's the plan. They go back in to inform Griphook that that's the plan. And he's like, great, you promise? And Harry's like, totes, my goats.
Shake. Yeah.
They shake on it. And then we immediately head into now they're planning the heist. Days turn into weeks at this point, it is mentioned. So we're still all just hanging out at Shell Cottage. Just a reminder of who's all at Shell Cottage. Griphook, Harry.
Oh, yeah.
Dean, Ron, Luna,
The
Hermione,
whole gang.
Ollivander,
So
Bill, Fleur.
Were you like, never mind. I'm going to let you keep, I'll bring it up later because it's kind of later. I'll wait.
Immediately after this conversation, it happens in the chapter. We go straight into, and actually Griphook does suck. And he's kind of a shithead.
Yeah.
And
he's not a good guy. He's
your
kind
character.
of
Let me say
bloodthirsty
this. I'm not saying that your characters have to be good people. I'm not saying that at all. I think it's fine to have bad characters. I don't think you even need a bad character to look at the audience and say, I understand I'm doing something bad. That is not a reflection on the, okay, right. Get all that.
Sure. Yeah.
The theme of the book series that I feel like is not explored, but is obviously present, and it kind of drives me crazy as I'm reading it, is like so much of the attention of like wizards being shitheads is like about how they treat non-magical humans.
Yeah.
It's like, right. You really can't treat people like this. They also treat every other thing also really poorly, but that does not matter. That is not interesting. And it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Because, like, do I love that we got 3 different house elves and, 2 of them are kind of like stereotypes? No, I don't love that.
Not a fan.
I like, though, that we a varying characterizations of house elves. So we could see the effect that house elf culture has on them. You got Dobby, you got
Creature. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It just is like a bummer that, like...
It's a bummer.
Griphook is the stereotype
really the only
goblin. Of a goblin.
Yeah. Right.
And it's not even... He seems to have no redeeming qualities. Yeah. I don't think we had to add this layer, in my opinion, of like, also he really wants like wizards dead. And he hopes that like, hopefully they'll have to like kill some wizards in the process to get into this vault.
Yeah.
For me to buy that he would be like intense about this. Like, I feel like later this conversation that Bill has of being like, they take owing them something very differently than wizards do. Like that, I feel like is enough for me to be like, oh, it's not going to be good whenever this comes to pass.
Right. You're kind of like, oh,
I don't need like them to be like, goblins have all these crazy stereotypes, and Griphook's kind of one of them.
Here they are,
and here he is.
Yeah,
I just was like a little bummed by it. Also because like it is very hard. I will be honest, it is very hard to now not read this without thinking of like kind of the worst kind of Jewish stereotypes.
Oh yeah,
goblins.
No, people
like,
have said that they're like, oh, she made the
once it's like pointed out to you,
it's
quite troubling.
Yeah.
But I just had to it didn't bump me, but I was just like, bleed.
You were like, why? Why is this what we had to do?
It's more like I just, at this point, I don't trust her to write anything with fucking nuance. So I just am like, Oh boy,
Yeah.
what waters are we wading into by
Yeah.
doing this?
Yeah.
Because like there's also an element of it that's like feels like you could say like native peoples, or you could say like aboriginals, like in Australia for example, like again native peoples, but like if there's something about the way that they're like, well, who struck first, like whose fault is it really, the way our groups treat each other, and it's like probably the people who are bad is who's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, it just
Anyway.
So Harry feels bad. Obviously, Fleur is not thrilled with Griphook. He
Yeah.
was like ordering them to like bring him his food because he wanted to eat alone all the time, and then Fleur finally like lost her mind and was like, "I'm not doing that anymore."
Yeah. Nope.
So now
I'm
he has to like
bringing
come
you a tray of food every day.
a tray of raw meat and mushrooms every day. So he is now like eating with everybody, and then but he doesn't like, he's not like jovial hanging out. Like,
No,
aren't we
not
all
at
pals?
all. Yeah.
Mm-mm. So she's like cooking dinner. We get a little mention that Bill does like his steaks raw now because of his attack from Greyback.
Greyback. Yeah.
Griphook, Greyback, Gryffindor,
I know.
Gellert,
Gringotts.
Grindelwald, Gringotts.
Yeah,
Stop,
yeah.
enough.
Oh my God.
Gabrielle.
Yeah, Gabrielle.
And then Harry like apologizes because he feels bad that this is kind of the predicament that they've ended up in, that they're foisting themselves upon Bill and Fleur and their kind of like charming little life together in this cottage. And Fleur like says like it's no issue. She remembers that Harry saved Gabrielle's life in the second challenge in book 4. Harry immediately is like, yeah, but she wasn't in any real danger.
Not really, but yeah, okay.
But you know what? We all thought Cedric wasn't in danger in the maze. So
you know what? You
know
truly
what?
never know.
We can't even trust it anymore.
No.
Gabrielle could have died. We don't know anymore.
They were saying that all the time. They were saying people die in this tournament. Like, that was said so many times. So it's like, you never know. You never know what's going to go wrong.
And then like he says like, we'll be out of your hair soon enough. And she was like, no, you can't leave. And like starts to turn into like Molly Weasley in the way that she's like, no, you have to stay, and da 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 da. But a commotion happens, so they're able to Luna and Dean come in, so he's able to like sneak away from the conversation. Ollivander is leaving. It's time for him to go. He's healed.
He's going to Muriel's.
So he's gonna stay with his
She's gonna eat him for breakfast. Muriel.
I mean, they're just gonna like
talk his head off.
They're both gonna just have like the oldest stories to talk to each other about.
Remember the good old days. Remember.
You know what? Maybe they'll start like a little sweet romance.
Oh,
maybe that's what's going on at Auntie Muriel's. Wouldn't that be lovely?
I like that better. Let's do that.
So, Ollivander is on his way to head to Muriel's. Fleur asks if he could take the tiara from the wedding back to Muriel for her. She hasn't had a chance to be able to like give it back to her. They walk it by, they open the box so they can see what it looks like. Griphook remarks that it is goblin made, and Bill is like, but it was wizard purchased.
Paid for by wizards, so that's why the wizards bought it. Like, yeah.
It leaves, they come back, or Bill comes back, no issues. Nobody was attacked, everything's fine. Let's all calm down. While they're sitting around chatting at the dinner table, Luna mentions, did you catch this?
Oh yeah.
Luna mentions that
couple of things.
Well, she mentions a couple of things. She mentions the Snorlax or the snore cracks. What is it? The humpback
snore cack, I think is what it is.
Sure. The horn.
But I would say Snorlax as well.
Yeah.
The Snorlax.
The Snorlax horn, and Hermione's like, we told you it exploded, girl. And it's not what you say it is. And Luna's like, you're wrong.
Luna's like,
You're
no,
wrong,
I'm sure
Hermione.
my daddy said. And I was like, I couldn't do this. I would be Hermione. I'd be like, we literally were there. Okay.
Okay. And all right. Sounds good.
Yeah, all right. You'll figure it out eventually.
She also mentions that her dad is working on a recreation of the lost Ravenclaw diadem.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you're reading this book for the first time, that will mean nothing to you. It will mean zero thing. It mean nothing. It might as well just be words that she's just talking, and it will come back. Mm-hmm. But that was that big headdress thing that he was like creating. Apparently, that's what that was supposed to be. Yeah. Suddenly, they get a knock on the door. Lupin announces that he's at the door. Bill lets him in, and the big reveal: Lupin and Tonks have had a baby boy named Teddy Tonks.
This was what I was gonna say earlier. Was this crazy to you that like Lupin just came in, was hugging them? It was like everyone, he knew they were all there.
There's been a lot of personal growth that's gone on for Remus since the last time we talked about this baby. That like, for sure happened.
How did Bill just tell everyone they were there? It was kind of a similar thing when he took Ollivander to Auntie Muriel's, and then like he was like, everyone says hi, Ginny says hi. I was like, okay, so you have just fully told them that all these people are there? I'm surprised they haven't come over. Like Ginny hasn't come or hasn't tried to come and see them. I just was like, that was so casual. That didn't like take you out though. You were like, oh, okay,
no,
sure.
I mean, like, I guess I guess if I thought about it, I would chalk it up to being like, either he already knew or like is so overcome with his own excitement that it doesn't even clock or register that like who's all there. Like he's just kind of, I mean, like there is no surprise that Harry Potter's in the room.
Yeah.
But it also doesn't feel like he's come over to ask Harry to be his godfather. Like it's not like that's the point of the visit.
No. Yeah, it just was so surprising to me that he wasn't surprised and it was like, oh, he isn't like, oh my God, what are you doing here? Like I was just like,
yeah.
So they've just told everyone, because I thought it was a whole big thing that needed to be a secret that they were there. But
yeah,
then I was like,
can't figure out what
everyone.
The secrets are because like the secret,
what is secret and what isn't.
Yeah, the secret of like, well, now they're all the homes are secret kept, so no one can get to them unless they know.
Yeah.
I don't know, girl. So Tonks had her baby.
Yeah.
Teddy.
Dora. He calls her Dora, which
he calls her Dora.
Cute.
I think that's cute. And Harry is named as the godfather. Mm-hmm. Which just begs the question, like, what in a non-Christian culture, what is a godfather? Other than you're who's gonna take over when
the kid like caring for the kid. Yeah. I mean we were in a religious family, but I have someone I call my godfather, but that was just basically because he was like our closest family friend.
But so were you like baptized as a kid or no?
No, not at all. Have you met my mom? My mom is very like non-Catholic. Very not. She's not into anything like that. I got baptized when I was 13 at GCC when they would do those like big mega church baptisms. Mm-hmm. Justine and I got baptized together. We went when we were like 13.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fun.
13? Maybe 12.
Was it like a pool? Did they like dunk you?
No, there was like a lake that we went to.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sure. Great.
Yeah. was a good experience for us. We liked it.
Well, I can say, as someone who is also a godfather, Harry, I see you. That's impressive and exciting.
Are you one godfather? You're a godfather to one child or to multiple?
Yeah, just to Gianna.
Just Connor. Oh, Gianna. Why did I think it was Connor?
No, Connor was to... Who is Connor's god? I think Leslie is Connor's godmother.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who his godparents are. I'm the only one for Gianna. It's just me.
Is RJ a godparent to anyone?
Yes, to the littler one of Milo and Soren, who are our flower boys.
Okay, gotcha.
Soren.
Oh, cute.
I wish we knew more about, like, if anyone was, like, who Ron's godparents were or anything. I just wish we knew more sometimes about things that I want to know more about, not about disappearing poop in a hallway.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good there. Thanks.
So he notices Grip Hook goes off to bed during, like, the rejoicing. They set a toast to Teddy Remus Lupin is his full name.
Yeah, cute.
Yeah. It's very sweet. So Remus leaves.
Yeah, because her dad has died, remember? Her dad died.
Yes.
So they named him after Ted Tonks. Oh my God.
They named him after Ted Tonks and the bear, Teddy. Sorry.
And the bear.
So in, like, the cleaning up of everything, Bill corners Harry to be like, I know you're plotting with Grip Hook.
Yeah.
And he's like, he just, like, doesn't answer. He's like, okay.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
I will neither confirm nor deny. And obviously he's not going to tell him what they're plotting, even though, whatever, he's not going to tell him. I don't know why. I feel like I would definitely at least tell him something so you could, like, talk to the guy who worked at Gringotts to get an idea.
Yeah, be like,
hello?
I'll take whatever advice you care to share right now with me.
Right. But whatever. So he's like, if you have made a deal with Grip Hook and it is in exchange for a treasure, let me warn you now that goblins feel very differently about what is owed to them versus how wizards feel. And also, goblins feel that anything that is goblin made is owned by goblins, and if wizards purchase it, it is only a wizard's for their lifetime. It is not supposed to be something that is, like, passed down.
Yeah.
Basically, everything is rented or loaned from goblins, and then it is supposed to be returned back to goblins. He was like, you probably noticed that he seemed upset when we, like, handed the diadem, or not the diadem, I'm sorry, the tiara back, like, gave it back to Aunt Muriel. Now that's interesting though, because we don't know that. Do we know that Muriel's had it for generations, or if she bought it herself, or do we know anything?
No,
I don't remember if she had talked about it.
I thought it was like a family heirloom. Like, I got that vibe, but I don't think she has ever said.
Yeah,
she keeps saying, like, it is like my tiara. So
yeah, we don't know that she didn't buy it, so it would just be like she just loaned it. She just let her use it and, like, is giving it back to her. So technically, Grip Hook shouldn't be mad about it. But that's the point. Is he's like, if you're doing anything, just be very cautious with your deal, because they are very intense about them. He's not going to have
the same expectation. Yeah.
And so Harry leaves this conversation, and I wrote this note down because I liked the way this was phrased. He felt as reckless a godfather to Teddy as Sirius was to Harry. And that's the end of the chapter.
I know this was a quick one compared to the ones, like, before, the, like, last couple we've done, and the one coming after, I think, is she's a thick girl, the next one as well. So
yeah, I think Gringotts is a long one. That's
All
it,
right, well,
Ari.
perfect. That wraps up this chapter. Thank you very much, Adam. Next week, we'll be reading chapter 26, Gringotts.
Gringotts.
All right, we have some comments from our lovely listeners.
Our lovely listeners.
This one is from @Asper4131. Albus is a half-blood because his mother was Muggle-born, like it was with Harry. Will you also post this on Spotify?
I did.
Oh, okay. After you saw this?
It's so funny because I upload it to YouTube and then immediately forget that I have to also... Because I upload it as a video, so it's hard for me to upload two at the same time. It just takes extra long. So I have to do it one at a time. And then I always forget that I...
Oh, you have to go back to
It's up. It's up. Don't worry, friends. It's up.
And then this is
I didn't know that his mom was Muggle-born.
Yeah, I did not know either.
It's also like, I feel like there should be a distinction between someone who's half-blood. Do you know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
Seamus.
Because I'm like,
Seamus is a half-blood.
Are they Muggle? Are they a half-blood then at that point? Because then their mother is a full-on witch.
Right.
She's a full
like
witch.
Seamus is the same
Muggle-born,
half-blood as Harry, but that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, because then I don't know if I personally count that as a half-blood. Because
yeah,
it's like,
I mean, it makes sense that that's how you're supposed to think about it. It's just weird that it's not. There's not a different distinction. I mean, definitely now at this point in the book series, like anyone who is they're accusing them of stealing magic. So like, they for sure would be viewed the same way. But
yeah,
it's just interesting.
And then of course we have another one from our lovely Tabby Martha. As sad as Hedwig's death is, it is one of the things that the movies do way better than the books. Yep. Along with how all the wands look unique, Amos Diggory's reaction to his son's death, and Harry's Felix Felicis scene. These are changes I hope the TV show keeps. Yeah. I'm not my boy. I'm not gonna never mind. I was gonna talk about the TV show because they keep announcing more and more casting. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna watch it, but I don't want to talk about watching it because of Joe. So I'm like, I have no expectation going into the TV show, I guess is more what I'm saying. I don't know if it really needs to be done. I feel like not enough time. I don't know if we've had a lot.
Yes, that is exactly what I was about to say. I don't know if there's enough of a remove. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't, I understand. I mean, like, I don't agree with the people who are like, well, there's no need to make it because we already have the movies. When it's like, well, you're able to get
remakes
more.
Exist for,
remakes exist. And also, like, a television show is going to have way more runway to, like, tell every story you want to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, you know what I would love to see genuinely? Like an animated version, like an animated television show.
Like an anime. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That I think would slap.
Studio Ghibli style. And then this comment is from Chris Huff and Puff. They said, "Oh my God, I wasn't expecting the movie commentary in sequence of the book. So excited for the final chapters and movie." Welcome, Chris. Welcome. So happy to have ya.
Chris, I had this planned a year ago. That's how long it's been sitting waiting. So I knew.
And then we have one from Amelia193. Man, I'm watching/listening back to the podcast, so I forgot the last book's recap started months ago. Sad face. I recently rewatched the last movie, so I wanted to watch your pretty faces with the movie freshly in memory. And you didn't disappoint as usual. Love you two always. Aw, thanks, Amelia. So and then one more from Tabby Martha. My Huntrix bias is definitely Zoe. As a fellow people pleaser, I just relate way too hard with her.
Mm-hmm.
For Saja boys, I would say Baby or Genu. Like Ari said, Genu is really the only one we get to know, but there is definitely something about Baby that speaks to my soul. Sure, totally get that. Sure. So excited about the announcement of a sequel, but my husband and I really want an original Hunters prequel. Oh my God, that's such a good idea. Tabby Martha.
I want that like 80s looking one. Because in that like montage of all the old Hunters, they showed like an 80s version, and I want that so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah.
But a little Joseon Dynasty, historic.
Yeah, hello.
With the humbug. I mean, come on,
yeah.
Gorge.
And then lastly, Tabby Martha said, also would love some K-pop recommendations. Going off on my own feels so overwhelming, and apparently there are some pretty problematic groups. Oh no. Well, I'm going to recommend 17. Say the name 17 right away. Tabby Martha. Watch. What's like a good first music video to watch?
Something that has like
what's the type of vibe that she wants?
Yeah.
Hot.
If it's Saja Boys. If you're okay, so like what's the two Saja Boys songs? So there's Pop, Soda Pop, and then there's the other one that's like Your Idol or whatever.
Yeah, the dark one.
So if you were more of a fan of Soda Pop, I would say for 17, Aju Nice.
Oh, Aju Nice. Aju Nice is so old though. So that's why I'm like, it is good, but it's like the looks are so dated now.
Yeah.
Darling is good.
No,
Darling
going
is
into
also
that,
in English. Yeah.
Darling is good. Darl plus ing equals love or whatever.
God of Music. They did God of Music, which is pretty upbeat, which is more recent.
God of Music is great.
Oh, do you know what? Wait, Tabby Martha. You need to watch.
Oh my God.
It is not a music video. It is a live performance of April Shower by 17. Adam, have you seen this? It is beautiful.
I think so.
April Shower by 17. Look it up. That's what I would recommend. And for girl groups, technically they are not K-pop. I would recommend XG. Yes. XG is like mind-blowing. But if you want a K-pop girl group, obviously I would
XG
say
is
Twice.
easy though, because all their songs are in English, so it's very easy to follow.
Say
if you want a
Twice
nice entry,
because Twice was like directly connected into. Why do I want to say Huntrix? K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, but RJ and I love From Us 9. That's also a girl group that I would recommend.
Yeah, it's Huntrix doesn't. I would say Huntrix's vibe is not really Twice or From Us. Twice and From Us are a little more cute than Huntrix. Yeah. Huntrix is a little more girl crush coded. That's the concept.
XG kind of has that vibe.
XG is probably closer, yeah.
Yeah. Because their whole concept is they're like aliens, but aliens sent to like save the world and make the universe better for everyone. Thank you guys so much for your comments. We love hearing what you all think. You can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you find your podcasts, as well as video versions on the Ampliverse YouTube channel and Spotify. As always, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe so that we can get a perfect Newt score. 5 stars only, or else...
You'll have to have a talk with Grip Hook? I mean, nothing happens in this chapter.
You'll have to bring Grip Hook his dinner on a tray for like days and days.
You have to watch Grip Hook eat raw steak.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at HB Anxious or YouTube at The Ampliverse. We are hosted on Spotify for podcasters, so thank you to them, and are a proud member of The Ampliverse. Check them out at theampliverse.com. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Ari.
And as always, Knox.